Hey guys, I hope you're good. This video is going to be all about winter weather. I've done a video before about how to keep warm on your boat during the winter, so if you haven't seen that, do check it out. But this video is more specifically how to cope with snow and ice. This winter has been one of the coldest that we've had in a long time, and over the last week or so we've had quite a lot of snow all across the country. Generally most parts of the UK don't get that much snow, and when we do, everything just seems to descend into chaos. For a lot of people this will be their first winter on the water, and I imagine that could be really overwhelming. But with the right preparation, things shouldn't be too difficult, and hopefully you'll still be able to enjoy boat life. So something that I've seen a lot of people talking about online is whether or not you should move your boat. The advice from the Canal and River Trust is that if there is thick ice on the canal, they don't advise you to move. If you try to break through ice, it's going to put your engine under a hell of a lot of stress, and it could damage the blacking on your hull. Even more importantly, broken ice could damage other boats. In particular, fiberglass boats are at much higher risk of being damaged because of ice. Saying that, it is 100% your choice whether you feel safe to move or not, and you are allowed to do it. And you need to remember the responsibility for your boat always belongs to you. So if somebody else were to break the ice with their boat and your hull became damaged, that would be down to you. For that reason, it's really important then that you take extra precautions to look after your hull. You can lay planks of wood down the side of your boat, which hopefully should mitigate some of the potential damage that could be done by broken ice hitting your hull. If you do decide that your journey is so important that you have to move through the ice, then just be extra careful. Allow a lot more time than usual to do it. If possible, bring somebody with you or let somebody else know your plans, just in case you run into any trouble along the way. Be suitably dressed for the weather, especially with your footwear, and remember that towpaths and ladders will be a lot more slippery than usual, and if you are to go into the water when it's really cold, then it's very easy for your body to experience shock, for your muscles to cramp up, and you might not be able to get out as easily as you would do normally. So make sure that you have a rescue plan in place. For example, ladders over the side of your boat, a whistle to attract attention, or make sure that you're wearing a life vest, even if that's something that you wouldn't normally do. If you do decide that it's not safe for you to move your boat because of ice and snow, that is absolutely fine, and you won't be penalised for overstaying. Just let the CRT know that that's what you're planning to do, and they won't have an issue with it. Another really important thing is just to make sure that you are prepared for the possibility that you might be stuck in one place for a long time. Stock up on as much food and water as you feel you might need. You could have to wait a lot longer to be able to reach facilities like water or toilet emptying, and even if you were able to get there, pipes could be frozen. At the moment, the pipes on our mooring are frozen, so there is no LSAN or pump out, and we've no fresh water, so we can't use our laundry either. So if you do have space for a spare toilet cassette, then that's something worth considering. Or you could just be like me and get a compost toilet, and you don't have to worry. Obviously, make sure that you have more than enough fuel for your stove, and that your tank is full with diesel to prevent condensation forming in there. Bear in mind that fuel boats might have difficulty moving as well, so if that's where you normally get your fuel from, then you'll have to think of a plan B. Something really important to remember: if it has been snowing, clear your chimney and all of your vents of snow so you're not risking carbon monoxide poisoning. And the very last thing that I want to talk about is pets. If the canal is frozen over and then got covered in snow, cats or dogs might find it really difficult to tell the difference between where the towpath ends and where the canal starts. I heard a really sad story last week about a woman who lost her cat, and she found her cat under the ice. I was crying so much when I heard that story. It's just terrible. It doesn't even bear thinking about. So if you do have pets on board, just keep an extra close eye on them and think about the local wildlife as well. I had to go out the other morning and rescue a swan that had got trapped between my boat and the pontoon, and he was really scared. I don't know if the cold water made that worse for him, but if you could make a little hole in the ice on the canal or leave some fresh water for them, that'd be great. And maybe think about clearing away some snow and digging up some soil so that birds can get to worms and bugs and things like that, or leave some food out for them. As long as you're well prepared and you're safe, this is just the prettiest time of the year to live on a boat. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that, give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any videos. I will see you all again very, very soon. Bye!